welcome back to What You Don't See, the podcast. We are back with our good friend Eli, owner of Vintage Hot and Cold Brew. Make sure you stop by if you need your coffee fix and Weslaco. Eli's back to talk about relationships, casual relationships, serious relationships, friends with benefits relationships, every single kind of relationship there is, he's been in it.
Right? I didn't even know that existed.
You've been in every single kind of relationship that I just mentioned, right? Serious, casual, friends with benefits.
What else did you say? There was another one?
Well, if you're either exclusive or you're friends with benefits or it's just a casual relationship. There's differences between all three.
And you've been in all three.
I plead the fifth on that one, but we can discuss them.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
talk about the differences of the three.
Okay.
For females.
For female, okay, so if a guy ever says, would you consider having a casual relationship? You're not exclusive, but you know that you're gonna have a relationship, whether it's intimate, you go out in public, yet you're not saying or classifying anybody, oh, this is my girlfriend. And so that would be a casual.
Basically, you're just fucking at night.
Yes.
No, that's friends with benefits.
No,
No.
you're not friends. You're not hanging out.
But you're not friends.
And nobody knows about it.
Yeah, well,
except for the
people
girls.
do see you, and they may have an idea. They may be kind of conspicuous whether
energy.
they go home at night, and so. But casual, you're not saying, "Oh, this is my girlfriend." When you're exclusive, you go somewhere, you're in public, you introduce her. Oh, this is my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend. Casual, oh, this is just a friend of mine. Oh, this is a friend of mine. But you have that, mutual respect for each other's space.
And friends with benefits?
Friends with benefits, you have a best friend and you guys have been friends for years and you've had that intimacy in the past and yet you still remain friends and you can still rely on one another and be supportive of one another. And as long as you're not in an exclusive relationship, then
Hold on. And then you call yourself, oh, this is my best friend. So when you meet a girl, oh, this is my best friend, but you're having a relationship with her. Oh, that's going to cause a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
And I just did 5 months of
that's
EMDR.
where you two,
So dramatic.
as adults, you need to understand where is that line.
But then you shouldn't call her your best friend because then,
Oh, this is
Magda's like, I'm your best
because
friend.
I know, I'm your best friend.
You call Magda your best friend,
Yes.
but y'all have never crossed that
No,
line.
and so you need to know where that line is.
Yeah.
So once you cross that line, or for example, you've crossed that line before and you're okay with it, then you could be friends. You could be really good friends or best friends. And it can be one night. You're not sleeping together all the time.
I don't.
No, again, you're not. No, but I know you're not
Leah,
sleeping
say
together.
something.
You're not sleeping together all the time. So let's say you guys take a trip, or you guys happen to go out one night, and one thing leads to another, and you end up being intimate that night. Then that's the next morning it's not going to be.
I feel like friends.
Oh, this is going to be weird.
Friends with
You're
benefits would
friends.
be like, okay, so we're friends. We've known each other for a while. One day we get drunk, we mess around, and then the next day we're like, oh, that shit happened, but we're still cool. We're still friends, and I understand that you're not with me exclusively.
Yes.
So you get to go out and date other women, hate on other women, while I'm there with you because we're just friends.
We're just friends,
But
and you can bring
it
that
just
other person.
so happened that
Yes.
happened, and that's it. And maybe we'll get drunk in another month, and
Maybe,
it might
or
happen
maybe
again.
it might be a year.
But you have the freedom to do whatever
that's
it
a
is that you want,
relationship.
and vice versa.
And you can bring a
Like,
person
I don't
around you.
disagree with that.
Here's what
That's what not
But
everyone's going to agree with
wouldn't
it.
that be friends with benefits?
Friends with
right?
benefits, and casual, friends with benefits, you can go on a date and you can bring that other person around, that girl that is your friend that you sleep with every once in a while. But then casual, you
Leah,
cannot
say
bring that
something.
person around.
Yeah.
I
you're
don't want
not-
to. I don't want to be hanging around. Like I wouldn't if I was the potential exclusive girlfriend. I don't want to be hanging out with his friends with benefits.
I don't either.
no,
You know what I mean?
no.
Well, but once you're with someone exclusively, you're not messing around with your friends with
Yeah, but
benefits.
I don't want to be around. That's
And I've
gross.
never ended the night and looked at you and say, I'm gonna take you home.
No.
So there must
No.
be some sort of
Attraction.
attraction
Yes. Right.
or chemistry or something else that adds to. I mean, you're not really best friends. You're hooking up.
But it does happen. I'm not going to lie, it does happen.
So when I go with a guy, when I date a guy, and he tells me, because so
I have
on
a
my
best
side,
friend. You're like,
he can be my best friend.
Let me ask a question from a guy's point of view. You as women, do you know someone, or has that ever happened to you? Have you ever done it yourself where you've had a friends with benefits or casual relationship, or do you? And if you haven't, do you know of someone that has?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
And so, do you see it wrong?
No.
Okay.
It's all circumstantial.
So first of all, when I did it, I never called him my best friend, and I never brought him around the guys that I dated.
he was like
That's
he
very-
was
it's
he
like
was
hidden.
like discreet,
separate.
hidden.
Yes.
You never
Yes,
say
yes.
his name.
That's
not
separate.
Like,
You
You never bring him up. The
Yeah.
person.
every guy that I've dated, I have two best friends, and that's James and Eli. They all question me, have you slept with him? No, never,
Yes.
has never.
Happens all the time.
Yes.
Happens all the time.
No.
Oh, you get.
No,
Oh, they
I'm saying,
get.
she
We're
dates
like, oh my God, we're
someone,
discovering.
and
Yeah, they always
they hear
suspect.
our name all the time, and then they suspect something happens, and then, oh, my friend Eli, he's gonna join us, and I get there, and this guy just has this look, and I'm like, no, I know something has happened. We're like, no, nothing's ever happened.
So I've always had that issue, right? And that's one of the things that now, if they're not comfortable with my friends, then we're not going to be together. So pretty much I'm never going to date anybody here in the Valley because machismo, and they have issues with me having a male friend. But I've never, the other person, when I did have a casual relationship, never did I bring him to any of my relationships and said, look, this is one of my best friends, because I'm lying to this guy now. So I
That's
always
exactly how I
kept
feel
them
when you say
separate.
that.
Yeah.
When you say she's my friend, she's not your friend.
She's not your friend.
Sleeping
She's
with
your
her.
fuck buddy.
Yeah.
I'm your friend. Yeah.
Exactly.
She's your casual fix, right?
And I don't want to be around. I don't want to be with somebody and be around his fix.
Yeah. No.
Hey, but you'd be surprised how many women are down to be around the fix, you
Yeah.
know, and to be the side and to do all of that. Like, it's circumstantial.
It's not that you're
Like,
the
it goes
side. It's
both
just
ways.
you don't.
You are the side.
You're not
Yeah.
looking. You don't make it
Something to
public. You don't
decide.
make it
You are the
known to
side.
everybody. Oh, hey, this is my side.
I want to
Yeah,
be the
no,
mac
no,
and
no.
cheese side.
You know, yeah, you may.
You
be,
might tell your best friend.
You may be the loaded potato.
right?
You may be the mac and cheese, but still, I mean,
But you're not-
What I'm
but
saying
you're
is
not the
you
steak
don't. You don't.
There you go. You're not
don't
the-
There's
say
so
it.
many food analogies going
Yeah,
on.
I know. You don't. It's almost lunchtime. You don't say it, so people know. You just know between whoever that situation is, situationship, what you're all's.
You would be okay with a
acknowledge.
girl bringing you around, us possibly
Perfect.
dating, and there's this
That's
guy
perfect.
that she's been doing.
You're not okay with it, Eli.
But you
Don't
wouldn't
pretend.
know, right? But you wouldn't know.
Do not
Well,
pretend.
I'm not
Would you be
pretending
okay with
here.
that?
I'm not pretending. Okay, say it again.
Would you be okay?
I'm the side piece.
No,
You're
no.
You're going to be the
Potentially.
potential guy
Husband.
that's going to be
Potential
dating,
husband.
right?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
let's
Potential
not go
exclusive,
husband, no.
right? No.
That's at another level.
No, remember.
Exclusive.
He gets married a lot.
You're
No
the
husband.
poten-
No
you're the
husband. Let's not.
potential-
Okay, sorry.
You're the
Serious
potential
relationship.
Exclusive. You're the
Exclusive,
potential
yeah.
exclusive. We've been dating for a while, and all of a sudden I'm bringing you around my side piece. And I've been like with
If
him
I
intimately.
knew about it,
Yeah.
then of course this is what I'm saying. You don't have to be so public about what you do. Now if I knew about it,
If you didn't know about it, how
if
would
I
you
knew
feel?
about it, I may think about it. But am I really going to be bothered and think, okay, man, now I need to go kick this guy's ass?
Yes,
no.
you would.
No.
Yes, you would. You would have a few drinks, and you'd start being like, "What's up, man?" I already know straight men. I already know they can't handle it. They can't handle it. If
You'd be
you
You know
surprised.
him. You're
I mean,
his
you'd
best
be
friend.
surprised.
Would he be able to handle it?
It depends on what the
If he
situation
knew,
is.
no.
exactly. If he
But
knew,
if he didn't
no.
know-
But then again, how would you
I mean,
know, right? Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's why.
It's
What
not
if she
like,
gave you
hey,
the
this
heads
is my
up?
side.
What if
Why
she gave
would
you
the girl do that?
So
don't
you would be
know.
okay not knowing, and she had been sleeping with him, and then all of a sudden you guys are together exclusively, and the guy's coming around all this time.
He's still
But-
part of the friend group.
He's still part of the friend group. You would be okay.
Now I would ask, when's the last time you slept with him?
Yeah.
Would it have been
It
like
would have
5
been like
years?
the night before, 5
No,
years.
what if you
5
don't know?
years and
You don't know.
Whatever, yeah.
Whatever.
But the night before or
The
the
night
week
before,
before,
now
then
we're
it's like, what the
thinking,
fuck?
okay,
We've been
well,
Well,
talking.
yes.
we've
Yeah.
been F-buddies.
Yeah.
Like, we slept together last night. I
Yeah.
just met you.
After I dropped you off.
Yeah.
I dropped
You
you
see, now
off.
that just changes the whole
I haven't
situation.
slept with you yet, so let me go
Yeah.
to my buddy.
It goes back to where, okay, has it been 5 years? Then, oh well,
Do you think you can carry on a relationship with somebody that you can never let that, like, you're always going to feel that tension with that one person that you've been with intimately? Like,
What do you mean? Like if you've been with them one time?
No, if you've been with this person like for a long, long time ago, and now you're in a different relationship, you're in a different life, do you feel like if you're around that one person that you could be like, oh my, I remember what that felt like?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Do you? What's the
Of course.
question?
Do men feel like that?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
I don't understand the question.
So like
About
if
your
you
history, your
if
past.
you are with so
You had a boyfriend and-
Sarah had something with someone back in the day.
Right.
And then now in the present she's already with somebody new. If that person comes around, that old one, would you have this would you think about what happened?
Would your body react if you were in
Yes.
love with that one person?
Yes, of course.
Like, could you handle being around them, or would
Yeah.
you always be thinking about the past? And
In a man's perspective.
I can handle being around them, and usually you think about, you know, what we had
was
in the
fun.
past.
Yeah,
it was
it was fun.
or
You remember the
we
good
had a good
things.
time, yes. But if
Yeah.
it was a bad
Bad things,
relationship,
it will-
which I've had,
back in the
I'm
day, right?
thinking,
Yeah.
wow, where's the eject button so I can get out of here right
yeah,
now?
yeah.
You know, and it happened to me recently, where I was supposed to meet a group of friends in Weslaco, and my buddy called me because his wife said, "Hey, call Eli, tell him so and so's here, and it's up to him whether he wants to get down." So
That's good. They gave you the heads up.
Yes, they gave me the heads up. I didn't get down. I said no. I'm just.
I don't need that
I'll
energy
talk
right
to y'all
now.
later. Yes, I'll talk
Why
to
are
y'all
people
later.
from Weslaco so crazy? Like why?
Yeah, trust me,
Weslaco,
Weslaco, and like they all
There's a
date each
reason,
other.
right?
They don't
They all
leave
date each
Weslaco. They don't.
They don't. They all know
No.
each other. Yeah.
They all date each other. They don't leave Weslaco.
What do you call a
I'm just
crazy-
kidding,
like
The
Weslaco.
What do you
craziest
consider
girls
crazy?
I've met are from Weslaco.
Crazy is when they are able to do something, but yet you can't. Crazy is they're not okay with a breakup. They somehow go into this mental state thinking, you know, no, he's just mine, and I'm not going to let anybody else have him, and I'm going to ruin his world no matter
Has that
what.
happened to you?
Absolutely.
That is crazy.
Absolutely.
I got to witness a lifetime scenario for him. Yes. We won't get into too many details, right? Because you might trigger this person and she's gonna come look for me now, and I'm sorry, but he would come to my house and look at these messages, and I would read the messages that she was sending, and it was like a Lifetime movie, right? And yes, and I'm like, this is not normal, Eli, like you need to run from it. And he saw I don't think he ever slept with her, right?
No, and I
No.
never slept with her.
He saw
That's
those
crazy, and she went
Yes.
that crazy.
She went that crazy, and I
And
think
we-
it was more
we
because he
talked
did not
for
sleep
about a
with
month
her.
and a half, and you know, I just said, hey, I think it's best if we just kind of, you know, do our own thing and go our separate ways. And you know, a few weeks later, I end up in a picture on social media, and I just get messages, and then all of a sudden, you know, these really intense messages, and I'm thinking,
Accusations and
What
stuff that she was
is
going to do
going
that she
on?
ended up doing, trying to jeopardize her job. She went like messages warning him that this is what she was going to do,
Yes.
and she did.
And you never even
And you never slept with her.
no.
Just
That's crazy.
certified.
God, wow.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Did
Was
you
she
see
from
the
Weslaco?
signs? Is that why you saw the signs and you were like, I'm not going to go there?
Hints of them. Hints of them. And
What are
red flags?
What are some red flags?
the
Exactly.
red flags of women. Wow. Stage 9.
Stage 9.
What's stage 9?
Clingers.
What is a clinger to you? What's describe a
Clinger
clinger?
is they just pop up at random, and not that we need like a heads up, but I mean.
I mean, you
maybe
kind of
throughout the-
do. It's weird if you're just
Well,
popping up at
yeah.
random, you know?
I need a heads
you
up.
know this guy.
Yeah.
up, or you know your phone is there and you have nothing to hide, and you get a text message. Who is it? Or,
I went, yeah.
or I could be on my phone here, and she's just kind of like
Who are you talking to?
Those
pretending as if
20/20
she's paying
visions.
attention to what.
But her eyes are
What's
like
going
this.
on?
I
Yes.
was doing therapy, right? Like,
It's
I was activating her two side of her brains, bro. Yeah.
With Beyonce
I was
and
doing
Jay-Z,
EMR.
with Jay-Z and Beyonce, where Jay-Z's on his phone and Beyonce's like.
yeah. Doing EMR.
So it's just there are a lot of things that women do that you just say the red flag.
I think
Okay,
a
what's
stage
another- what's
five.
another red flag?
I think a stage 5 clinger is like they are texting you nonstop throughout the day.
Yes.
They expect answers back right away. What are you doing tonight? Let's hang out. Like, I've never been that way because. Call me old fashioned or whatever. I feel like men should pursue
chase
me.
you. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I will never thank God I'm married, but I would have never pursued a man ever. And I've never had to. And I think it's weird when women are so aggressively pursuing men because I think men want to chase.
Right. No,
men want to
men
chase.
are natural chasers.
I don't think they want
Well,
to be
tell us
chased.
about that. Do you want to be chased?
Men are hunters.
You'll get tired of it. In the beginning you do, and then you're like, ugh.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a.
You're like, I already know you too.
It's a give and take. I mean, you don't want them to automatically say, well, you know what, I was doing this and you were so bothered by it and now I don't care to do it. And you know, they kind of get you accustomed to it. But again, that's up to us as humans. Are we going to accept it? Or are we going to just kind of give them a heads up? You know what? Hey, I didn't like that going on. So maybe we can just maybe do something different. But you like the person.
Eli, if a girl texts you every morning, I guarantee you don't like her. I just know
If she
it.
texts me
Because
every morning,
when men
It's
really
good
like
morning,
you,
good
it's
morning.
the man that's gonna
Right.
text you
If she
good morning.
texts you every morning, good morning, how's your day? Without
What are
you
you doing
texting
tonight?
her first,
Yeah, it's-
like you're gonna get grossed out. I already
Yeah.
know,
Or
guys.
it was such a great date. Thank you so much for the date
No.
tonight. I had such a great. Screw that.
You gotta play
Like,
a cool girl.
Yeah.
Don't tell them how fun it was.
Sometimes my
Act
friends
casual.
show me their
Exactly.
phones and they show me the text messages between a guy and I'm like, why are you texting him so much? He didn't even text you back and you're still texting him?
like, hey.
what is wrong with you? They're not interested.
They're not into
Stop.
you.
They're not into you.
If the
Exactly.
man is not texting you good morning and you're the one texting him good morning, he's,
He's
not
not
into
He's
you.
not into you.
Not into
Like,
you.
And he's pretty much telling you this is not going to happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just
But sometimes
Leave
men
with
get
dignity,
bored.
girls. Leave with
Men get
dignity.
bored, and they have nothing to do. They don't
That
have
is
They
true.
entertain.
a casual or an exclusive or
Yes.
anything, and they're like, huh.
And then she catches
She already texted me. Yeah,
feelings
she already
and-
texted me 3 mornings in a row. Okay,
Yep.
now I'll answer. On a Friday night, like,
You
what's
do.
up?
You
What are
do
you doing?
do that.
but sometimes you want to be a gentleman too. You know, I mean, you don't.
Being
want
a
to
But you're a
gentleman-
gentleman with people that
You
you're
know.
interested.
No, being a gentleman is saying
right?
is
Like,
from the get-go saying, I do not want a serious relationship with you. Are
Right.
you okay with a casual relationship? That is being a
Yes,
gentleman.
that-
That's
you have
being
to
a
be
gentleman.
upfront.
That is
Right.
being a
Yeah.
gentleman. If
You
you
have to
lead
be
her
upfront.
on,
You better be.
You have to be upfront. about it.
Aggression.
if you lead her
Absolutely.
on having no intention of dating her exclusively, that is not gentlemanly.
no, that I
No,
agree.
yeah.
You have to be, because we understand. If you tell me this is all I want,
If you're
Yes,
not
thank
crazy,
you.
if
Yeah.
you're not crazy, because sometimes the crazy will be like, I'll get him.
They think that they
Yeah.
can like, oh no, he says he doesn't want a relationship,
But
but just
just
oh,
wait
I'm
out.
gonna get him.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
like,
sleep with him, and he's
no.
gonna stay with me.
Nope.
Nope.
No,
It
it doesn't
doesn't
work
work.
that way.
That's right. It doesn't work
Ladies,
like
it
that.
doesn't work that
There's
way.
a lot of girls also that want you to chase. And when you don't chase, they just, I mean, they want you to throw rose petals at their feet. And I'm thinking,
That's
wait,
me.
hold up.
Let me tell you,
know,
one
this is
time
not coming to America. And
I was dating a I guess a very masculine man, you know, had everything together, blah 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 blah, and all of a sudden he like ghosted me. Like we had something, you know, going on. All of a sudden he ghosted me, and then he got with this other girl, right? And I was like, later on we saw each other. It's like, hey, like what happened? Like we were, you know, what happened? It's like, well, it seemed like you had like your shit together, like, you know, and this girl kind of like didn't. So I felt more like inclined to.
Comfortable with
Because
being with
she
her.
would chase him, and I didn't.
That's
you
because
know?
he's a low self-esteem
It was
man.
weird. Yeah, it was so weird because I was like, well, I wasn't gonna chase you. Like, I'm just like you. Like, dude,
Yeah.
if you like me, if you're interested in me, you better text me good morning.
Yeah.
Like, you better.
Yeah.
I better feel the interest from you first, and then maybe I'll open up and give you, you know, an opportunity. But that tripped me out a lot. So that's when I was like, fuck, like I am really in my masculine energy because I should have been more like, hey, like more in, like, I don't know, like maybe more feminine, more like, I don't know.
No.
I feel like a high value
no,
man,
no,
a high
no.
value man wouldn't be intimidated by
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean? Like a high value man is like, you know, she has her shit together,
Right.
and I like that about
Yeah,
her,
yeah.
and I'm gonna go
He
after
just wasn't
her.
for you.
He wasn't,
He wasn't for
and
you,
then later
yeah.
on, life passes, and I met my husband, of course. I mean, and you're like, oh shit, like the difference between that one and like the
Yeah.
men, you know, it's like my husband is just like that.
a
Like,
lot nowadays, a lot of women, they're doing their own thing, and a lot of women are successful now.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't be intimidated by that.
Right.
Does
was
that
gonna
intimidate
ask
you?
No,
Yes, I was
Good.
gonna
I
ask
actually
you.
find it pretty.
You like
attractive.
that.
I
You
like
like that.
yeah.
'Cause
So
I'm
have you
thinking,
dated an
wow.
entrepreneur before?
Yes.
Okay. And you do like.
Well, she's super busy.
Well, you see, that's where it comes to, I think we understand each other
Yeah.
because I know how busy she is. She knows how busy I am. So we understand, okay, we're going to not see each other at some point. But yet when we do see each other, okay, let's put the phones aside unless it's very important. Let's spend some time together. Let's eat dinner. Let's make
Connect.
dinner. Let's connect. But, you know, you can't be intimidated nowadays by women that are successful.
Especially,
Because
yeah.
I think, coming from a male's point of view, I find that very attractive. You know, for the a woman
Men
to
say
be
that, and then you
for a
start
woman-
dating them, and then they're like, "You're too busy. Like you only think
You don't
about
have enough
work."
time.
You're on
for
your
me.
phone the whole day. I'm like, dude, I freaking work from my
Yeah.
phone. I do advertising. I do marketing. I do the post.
That's
I do
my
social
problem.
media. I do like.
But then there
I'm
are
always
men
too
who are
busy.
intimidated by it. They're thinking, oh no, man, you.
But you know what, Magda? People make time for what they want to make
Yes,
time for.
that is
like,
true.
you could be the busiest person. You could be the top entrepreneur, like always going. But if you're really interested in someone, you're gonna make the time.
That is
You're
true.
going to make the time.
Do you
So
believe
that's
that?
why it's just like you say. When a man is interesting too, they'll text you in the morning. They'll want to
There's
take you
no
out.
such
They'll
thing
want
as,
to
"I'm
do
too
stuff with you.
busy."
Like you will feel.
Yeah.
You will know.
You will know.
If
You
you
know.
have to wonder if he likes you, he doesn't like you.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
having Magda
When a
as
man likes
my-
you, you know.
You
You're
know
gonna
it.
know.
You know it.
Having Magda as a female and one of my best friends, I mean, how many times, have I, been interested in a relationship and I text you, hey, from a girl's point of view, what is it? What are y'all trying to say when they're doing this? And she'll say, okay, well, we want to say this.
I love Magda. She's so honest all the time.
But
Very
then we
passive.
kind of initial
Yeah.
call me
And-
when
and
she's
the
dating
same
a guy.
thing. I'm like, okay,
hey,
this
if
is
a
what I
guy's telling
got.
me this, this is what I'm thinking. Am I right? I'm thinking,
Because I've had
Yeah.
guys
Like the
that tell
neighbor?
me, "You dress up too much." What do you mean I dress up too much? Or you wear your high heels. Can't you just wear sneakers? And because
What?
Don't tell me about my.
Imagine
What?
if I'm
And to
telling
me,
you.
I'm like,
Is never tell me about
How
my
I'm
dress.
dressing.
Yeah.
I've never done that. When a girl dresses up, I'll be wow.
You
look
hype her up.
beautiful.
You're like, you look
Yes.
beautiful.
Wow, you look
Like-
beautiful.
Albert would literally like, I don't know, what are you wearing? Like, get this, and he'll bust out like a sexy, like, and I'm like, fuck.
Show
Dude,
some
like, you dress
boob.
me better. Yeah. He's like, he dresses me sometimes where he's like, dude, that looks fucking like, what are you wearing? Like, switch that shit. I don't know.
We do the same thing, and there's sometimes when I'm contemplating between a suit or a tie, and I'll send Magda pictures. Okay, what do you think? Or she'll send me pictures too. Hey, I have this event. This is what I'm thinking. Dress one or dress two? I'm thinking, dress two.
We have we do.
We have that.
We have this little TikTok thing that there's a guy that shows like his best friend, like, okay, look at what I'm wearing, and he's like, ándale mamona, and he's like, no,
Súbetelo.
súbetelo. So that's Eli and I. Like, he'll text me, these are my ties. If I'm gonna go out on a date or something, okay, Eli, these are my tops. What do I wear? I don't want to look too flashy. I don't want to. Because sometimes they have, so you're dressed up. I was like, well, fuck.
But sometimes I'll
I
ask her,
like to
Magda, this
dress
is the
up.
first date, second date, third date. First date, okay, then that one, that's showing too much cleavage, no. There's something I'm being serious because,
that, yeah.
In the guy's point of view, if you go on a date and you're showing cleavage, first date, and yet the guys, when you're eating dinner, having a drink, the conversation's not here eye to eye, he's over here.
Why can't the conversation be here?
Because a guy obviously is more interested in what's underneath that shirt.
He can't control his eyes?
Obviously
Crazy
not.
eyes.
What if
But again, I'm just
EMDR eyes.
go back to the movie Hitch with Will Smith,
Okay, yeah.
where he says, make sure to make eye contact. Make sure don't be looking at her up and down because she's going to think, what is this guy, is he
just
really
wants to screw me.
interested or does he want to just screw me?
Yeah.
So would you want to go on a first date and the guy's making eye contact with you and having a drink and having a conversation, or you're talking or he's talking, he's over here looking at you, looking at your shoes?
Well, if he can't
But that's
control
not your fault.
If he can't control
No,
his
but
eyes.
I'm
But
just
yeah,
saying.
it's like, it's not my fault you can't stop looking at my cleavage or like, look here. You know what I mean? Like,
But that's when you, if that's your first date and a man is just looking at your cleavage, maybe,
Yeah, this is not
That's
your
a
guy.
sign.
So
That's
that's
a
an
sign.
indicator that
That's
he's
a
not the
sign.
guy.
It's
So
Yeah.
I brought my husband around my first date, and there were like 25, and my friends are always gorgeous. I think my friends are always gorgeous. And I brought him around 25 gorgeous women. We were all having drinks, and I brought him around the first date just to see what kind of guy he was.
Oh, very
Hey.
smart.
Because some of them have wondering eyes.
And he only had eyes for you.
He did not have EMDR eyes.
MDR.
That's the new thing. Ingrid does it so well.
Yeah, but
I
that's
guess I make that
test
comment,
them before
know,
before you sleep with them.
Yeah.
Check them out.
I guess I
Hey,
bring
like
that up when she's
you're
getting
when you close the
dressed.
door on
Yeah,
him,
yes.
and what did you tell him?
But it does make sense. Like,
Oh, when I told him,
Yeah.
I don't know, you're the man. You
you're
make
the
the
man.
decision.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just I tend to think that you're able to tell a lot from a guy or a man if you go on a date on those little things. And there's guys that things that guys look for in a date when we go out with the girl first
Like
date.
what? Give us tips.
Yeah, give us tips
give
because
girls
I'm
some
single
tips.
and I look for tips.
Oh, you look. Oh, wow. Okay.
No pressure.
Now, no. Eye contact, communication. How close in proximity are you throughout the date? I know everything's going to start off maybe 3-4 feet apart, but then do you slowly get closer and closer and closer?
How much does she laugh?
Yes, how
Right?
much does
Is
she
she
laugh?
laughing?
Does she find your humor?
Well, you better be
your
fucking
humor?
funny because I
You know
can't
what
fake
mean?
laugh.
It's just, even if it's a fake
The life
laugh.
of me.
Leah's face, bro.
I can't fake laugh.
face there.
I suck at that.
That's been her face all episode. Yeah.
You can, if she starts doing that, you're thinking, wow, this is
Like,
going to go
thank
south
God
quick.
I don't have to
Yeah, if
date
the girl
You
starts
know?
doing that, no,
You're thinking,
you're,
okay,
you're not on the right date, bro.
How do we
Growing
get
up.
out of here? This is not going well.
I've
What
never
do
really
what
dated
do I
a
do?
lot.
I just started thinking like imagine on a first date he tries to kiss you. Like no.
Oh my
no,
God.
That's another thing.
That's a turn off.
Honestly,
to
I
me.
feel like you would try.
No,
But is
he
it
doesn't.
because you don't like them?
No, it's just, again,
Out of
at my
courtesy.
age.
When he likes him, he doesn't. It's weird.
Yes,
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
When he
Don't do that.
There you
Change
go.
that.
There you go.
If he likes you on the first date, he,
He
won't
kiss
try
you.
and kiss you.
Yeah.
No,
He's
really.
trying to get to know you.
Yeah.
Because
If he
he's
likes him,
interested.
he takes
Exactly.
it really slow.
Yes.
That's one thing I've always noticed in his patterns.
That's
is
why we told you gotta wait 3 to 6 months prior to.
It takes 6 months
You
for the
know?
person to be their true self. They can fake it, but after 6 months, the guy can no longer fake who he really is
Eli,
inside.
I agree. What has been your longest relationship? Be truthful.
Your marriage?
Maybe
Your first
my first one.
Okay,
First
but how
marriage,
long?
10 years.
10 years?
But we did separate off and on.
No. Like,
Straight through.
Dating relationship, not marriage.
Straight through
you were off and on for 10 years?
for 10 years.
That sounds so, like, chaotic.
Toxic.
Yeah.
It was. But a lot of that was my fault as well. And sometimes as a male, as a man, you have to own up to what you've done wrong. I mean, I was in my 20s and I did a lot of things that were not right.
Guys,
or
and
not
men
right.
actually do
not
mature
right.
after 40, so you guys are
They're-
good. Yeah, you guys got
They're not
time.
right,
he's only been mature
so
5 years.
Only been mature last month.
I'm waiting for Albert to
Last
turn
one.
40 to see
what happens.
After COVID.
After COVID, longest relationship. Wow, that's a good question.
Like,
I'm trying to
consistently, like, no breaking up. Like,
Your second marriage,
how many years was that?
that wasn't even that long, right? It was
half.
like a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Oh, okay. And you've been married 3 times, right?
That I know of, yes.
what?
Well, the third one doesn't count
And
because
Okay, I have
you
a
weren't
question.
even invited to the wedding.
People always ask men, like, once you get married once and then you get a divorce, like, what made you get married again and then again? Like,
Oh, that's a good
Well,
question.
Magda loves to tell me this, that I'm a hopeless romantic.
okay.
You are. You are. I can
I
tell.
love to see the good in things, and then yet I try and block out the bad until it gets worse, and then it gets beyond that.
I think you fall really
So,
deep.
He does.
Like, really
I
hard.
am a Pisces. I mean, we do swim in the ocean.
I am
you
a
know,
Pisces. I go with the
we
flow.
do. We go with the flow. I mean,
Yeah.
I've asked myself that question.
I asked myself that
And-
question.
Do you use nicknames on females that you like? Because I was in a beach with my husband one time, and there was a man selling stuff, and he called me Sugar Plum. And I was like, I love that. I
that's
want you
so
to call me
cute.
Sugar Plum forever. I told my husband, and he doesn't do it unless he's like in a doghouse or like every now and then he'll be like, hey, Sugar Plum. And I'm like, asshole.
Yeah, I do.
You use
I
like
do.
names.
I was the
depending
vegan.
on, you know,
I'm here with the vegan. Don't
Oh,
text
yeah.
me.
I don't like nicknames.
the vegan.
When they text me hermosa or this,
Chiquita, mamacita.
Oh, I hate it.
Okay,
I hate it. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like
I
it.
don't do that.
Call me by
No,
my
I'm
name.
not- no, that's
Hey,
too
chicky
little
babe.
too cringy. No, I don't do that.
Good morning. Good
You're gonna
morning.
be texting me. Good morning. Hey, chicken babe.
No, it may be a word that maybe symbolizes something that we found funny or that symbolizes us in a sense, but chiquita or preciosa or
Of all the things you said.
my
When guys go into
morenita or
that
something,
preciosa
no, I
and
don't.
queen, my queen.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
fake. That's already
oh,
fake,
girl,
bro. That's
already
already
fake.
fake.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
When
that's
I,
already fake.
when I see that on social
Mamacita,
media,
reinita,
my
preciosita.
queen,
Like,
my
no,
queen,
bro.
that kind of like
Yes,
makes me cringe.
that's a little too
It
much.
does.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
makes me
like I've
cringe.
seen posts
My
where
queen.
I feel like the more
going at
like
it.
the more cringy the social media and long and names, the worse their relationship is. Like, you know what I mean? It's
I agree
it's like
with you on
the caption is like this long about how much they love each other, but they have like the worst relationships. You know what I mean? Because it like. Healthy relationships don't need to prove themselves on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like on your anniversary, you post like, happy anniversary, I love you, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's it.
Happy
you know?
birthday,
Happy
I love
birthday.
you. Yeah.
But when it's like
Yeah.
paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, I'm like,
what are you
something's
trying
up.
to prove? What are you
Yeah.
trying to prove? You know, I think.
I
feel
think
that
that
way,
too.
Well, I know some people that post long stuff and they have a good relationship. So I think
Good.
it can go kind
It
of
can go both ways.
Good.
Go
both
ways.
ways.
Yeah, it
I
can
think it
go
could,
both
yeah, for
ways.
those people that, you know.
Yeah.
When
Some
I
people
see
are
that-
really in love and want
Yeah.
to like express it,
Well,
or that's
okay.
the way
wordy.
they express.
And
Giselle
they're
and
wordy.
Ruben. Giselle and Ruben.
Aww,
She'll
I love
post
them.
like beautiful things about Ruben, but
Yes.
you do know it's true.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it can go both ways.
Yeah, I
It
guess
can go
you're right.
both ways. I've seen a lot of people do like the wordy
only seen that one.
posts and then they're broken up like 2
I
months
post
later.
pictures and I don't even put words.
Just a picture.
Star.
Do you even post anything?
I'll put up a picture and then I'll be
She'll
like,
put LOL. Yeah.
hashtag.
WTF. Like,
Just ILY.
BRB. BRB. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hashtag my casual
Yeah.
partner.
Oh my god.
I don't think I ever really posted like I'll post some.
Yeah, like a picture
every now and then, but I never-
But
I
you're
don't-
not like gushing over them every
never
single
been-
day.
yes.
And, like, but some people really are just in love.
That's another question, right?
Social media.
When do you come out and say, okay, this is
It's public.
it's public. We're
Once it's
dating.
Instagram public,
it's a
that's
picture.
it.
Yeah.
That's
you know,
it.
honestly, I don't post a whole lot on social media unless it's my coffee shop or it's of my boys, things that we do, or my mom,
Your
That's what
personal
they
stuff.
say.
my personal stuff. But
That's what they say when they don't want to post her. That's what they say. You know, I don't really post anything. I just post my kids.
if you look at my social media and go ahead and go through it, I mean, you're not.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't.
I don't
Yeah, you have me on social media, and so I may be dating a girl. We may, go on a few dates, and you may have met her, but I have never posted her. I know. I think
feel
when I
like
post her, then
It's because it's real.
serious.
Yeah,
Yes.
like it's serious stuff.
I would never consider myself exclusive unless he made it known to
Yeah,
to
of
others
course.
that
Yeah.
that it was exclusive, because then I'm looking like a clown.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
No, like
And I wouldn't be the first to post about it.
No,
Right.
I would
No,
never
no,
be
let
the
them
first.
post about it.
I've
Yeah.
had guys that hit on me, and then I'll be at the beach, and they're there with their girlfriend. I'm like, you motherfucker, you've never posted her.
Just message me.
Yeah.
And they never posted her, right? And like,
Yes.
no.
I've had to save her a few times. I had to go up to her and be like, I need to talk to you real quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Save
yeah,
her
yeah.
like what? What do
He
you mean?
always saves me.
At the beach, I mean, if somebody
Oh my
goes to
God,
the
your-
bar
your-
and tries
your-
to hit on her, or,
Your beach stories are
you know.
crazy.
No, last time he was like, "What's wrong with you today?" Like there was 3 guys, and I'm like, "I'm just having a fucking good time." But he was like, Or once,
Or the last
it's
guy,
never.
Boomerang Bills, or on your your birthday or the weekend?
Oh, that was so mean. Yeah, he's like, "Hey, bro, it's never gonna happen."
They smell your happiness.
Yeah.
No, but at the bar during the day, it was at kind of had like an accent, and I was like, "Hey, that's my sister."
Oh yeah. What bar was that at?
Boomerang Bob, or Boomerang Billy's, or it used to
Oh
be.
yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, he wouldn't leave me alone.
So many married and taken guys hit on you.
Yes.
Why?
I don't understand
Why?
Why? Why? Why?
Why? You're a man.
What?
They're miserable.
Honestly,
in their marriage.
I don't. I always, again, I look for a ring if I'm gonna go up to a girl and maybe try
Is
and
it a
talk to her.
deterrent though?
For
is it a
me,
challenge?
no, I don't, because I wouldn't want that to happen to me. I would feel if I'm married and my wife, because I feel that even though if you have a very healthy marriage, you're okay with your wife going out with her friends or to eat dinner or have drinks, and knowing that she's going to come home to you versus, oh, can I trust her? Oh, she's going to maybe accept the guy that's going to hit on her and never know exchange numbers. So that starts going, if you trust her, you have a healthy relationship, or it's vice versa. If you trust your husband and he says, hey, I'm going to go out with the guys, we're going to go to Twin Peaks. Okay, have fun, if you need me to pick you up, or, going back to driving under the influence, stuff like that. If you need me to pick you up, just call me. That's having a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
But if you have to think twice about whether or not you think your partner is going to cheat on you,
around, yeah.
it's fucking around, then okay, hey, then it's time to just
Yeah, if you can't trust them, you have no business
There's no
really
need-
being with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been the
That's
jealous
something
person.
really
Yes,
huge for our viewers.
yeah, it's If you've been in a toxic relationship for over a year, like that's like
Like,
you're
let it
you're
go.
way overdue. Like cut that
Yeah.
off. Especially if this person is constantly like threatening you or like going through your phone or like checking your social media. It's fucking toxic. Like it's happened to me before, and there's nothing like having peace of mind in like your relationship where you trust each other,
My husband's never gone through
where
my
they
phone.
let you go. My husband hasn't either.
I've never gone through his phone. He's never gone through
Because
mine.
you've given us no reason to.
Because it's like you don't feel that distress.
Energy.
You don't feel that like stressed out, like
Right,
what's going
right.
on. You know what I mean?
I was
they're-
in a relationship where he would grab my phone. I don't know if he would go through my phone. Once he texted me, I remember, and he was driving, and I had my phone like this, and I was replying, and he looks at me, he goes, "Don't reply that. Don't say that." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
yeah,
EMDR fucking ass.
driving and doing EMR, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but it's disrespecting relationships. I mean, you gotta respect the the relationship. Even if I know there's a girl that I was interested in, she's in a relationship. I
was like,
I won't
oh,
message her.
delete.
You know,
I was
if I see
never
her,
gonna
hey,
say
how you doing? How's it going? But never will I try and cut in between that
Did you do that when you were
relationship. When I was young, heck yeah.
Yeah. Men
So,
mature
immature.
after a while.
Immature.
Immature men do that.
young? If you're dating somebody
Yeah.
And
they're-
women.
and they're showing you the signs, no.
But there's a lot of times, and Magda can I mean, attest to that. If I'm interested in the girl, if I see her, I'll be like, "Is she married?" No. If she
No,
says yes,
I've
back
never
off.
heard
Or
you
is she
say,
dating
"I'm
anybody?"
dating somebody that's
Yes.
married.
Then I don't
Yeah,
even
you don't even
attempt.
try.
I don't even
Yeah.
try. So if they're dating someone or they're married, I don't try. But again, there's other men that they just don't give an F, and she's married. Well, I don't care.
Yeah,
that means
there's a
that
lot
means
of
that she
guys
won't
that
be
don't
clean
care.
with me. You know.
No, I get
It's-
messages and I ignore them, or I'll comment back like, "Oh, you look so cute with your wife at the island." Hey, like,
Yeah, I know.
oh, I'll go say hi, so like that, and then they'll never send me another message. So that's how you get rid of them, is just bringing up the wife. Like recently, I had one, and he's been and I never reply, and finally I decided to go into his Instagram and happily married, and I went back and I'm like, "Your wife is so cute, right?" Which she really was.
Dude, I got a message from this like old dude. I don't know. I think it was this week. And then I was like, what the fuck? Like, hey, beautiful. And then I click on his person, like, who the fuck is this person, right? Dude, full on married old dude. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Oh
what
my
are these people thinking? Like, and he's not even like
God.
a friend. I don't even know how
Yeah.
I probably came up like suggestions or something. I was like, what the fuck?
No,
Like,
it's really
old
sad.
dude, like old,
It's really
like,
sad that they
Yeah.
do that. I would trust in my relationship until, and I trust. I don't have any trust issues. I will trust you until you start giving me a sign. Once I start feeling insecure and okay, it's time to let go.
Yeah.
Do you feel pressure being the only guy in this room?
No.
Being asked questions?
No. Because then I get to pick your brains and see what a woman's perspective is.
Yeah.
That's why we do the podcast.
Yeah.
What you don't see.
What you don't see.
What you don't see.
Thank you for joining us again, Eli. Another insightful conversation full of what
you don't see.
What you don't see. What you don't see.
Full of what you don't
What you don't see. I think we're
lots
gonna.
of
I think we're
VMR.
gonna have you as a recurring guest. So if y'all like Eli, let us know in the comments. We'll bring him back for a third time.
If you have any questions for
Let me
Eli,
find out. He's
yes.
gonna want to come
Let
on
us
the
know.
sticker in the back.
He's just
no.
like,
yeah, the photo bomber.
all right.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.